EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Baltimore Ravens. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Calais Campbell in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here, 1st and goal.
They'll run with Dobbins. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. It's 3rd and goal.
Dobbins.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Tucker's kick is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 30 on 2nd down, Lawrence. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Jaguars.
A handoff for ETN. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's got Granson, his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Lawrence to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Dobbins trying the left side. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And Ron Rivera, he's going to keep the offense on the field. They're going for it.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Five yards remain on 2nd down.
They go play action now. Jackson forced out to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
Oh, fighting off the defender. A good red zone run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone, powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Justin Tucker over the field goal. And 18-yard
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Jags will... The second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Lawrence going to throw again. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these two teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
The return is Duvernay. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. We predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play. And then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off. And he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Second and 8 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, Jackson.
He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. Open space inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins,
24 yards.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. His guys will take a 10-point lead. kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Etienne. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence. They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
A give to Etienne running right.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Second down at 4. Now Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
On play action, Lawrence.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Room here to run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And that's a second touchdown run of this game, and this one, and a high degree of difficulty to it as well. I'm absolutely marveling at how effortless he makes this look. I mean, let's face it, he had a long way to go, but how about the vision, the creativity with the football in his hands? It's really something to watch.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. To return, here's Agnew.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 2-17 at their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Let's rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
4th down, here's Lawrence.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Now ETN.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
75 yards on the ground for him so far.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl.